Hi everyone, good evening to all. Good afternoon, very good afternoon to all. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep, and of course you can see today that I am taking this session from the office itself. The exam is quite near. On this Sunday we have the exam, so it's good time probably to do this final practice of questions which we are going to do today. Okay, so once again today we are going to discuss some questions based upon quantitative aptitude and data interpretation in this class, the final round of practice, you can say so. Okay, but before I start, can you all just confirm once, is everything fine? Am I audible to you, visible to you? Just confirm it once, then we shall start with our class. Can you all please write it in the chat box? Is all okay? After that we shall start with the class. So all of you must have got your admit cards also, right? And I'm sure that you know that on the exam day, even I'm appearing for XAT exam on 7th of January. So just after the exam, you'll find us, doing the analysis of the paper as well, just after the exam. So find us in the analysis too. That day, join us for the analysis, and not only we do the analysis, we also discuss many questions which appear especially in quantitative aptitude, क्योंकि वो याद रह जाते हैं, तो वो भी हम लोग डिस्कस करते हैं. So I don't see any messages from your side. Can you all just confirm it once? Am I audible and visible to you? एक बार बता दीजिए, possibly या फिर मैं एक बार YouTube खोल के चेक कर लेता हूँ, because I don't see any chats in front of me. So just give me a moment. Yes. Okay, I think it's okay now. So yes, I get a message from BTS as well. चलिए जी, let's start with the session now without any further delay. शुरुआत कर देते हैं. So we have to discuss some questions. तो start करते हैं पहले से. First question here on your screen is here now. हाँ जी. Here is the first question. All of you please try this once. After that, we'll be doing it together. The very first question on your screen. There are 5 consecutive even numbers. Each number is multiplied by 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are added to the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth numbers respectively. The new average of the 5 numbers is 150% more than the original average. Find the sum of the highest and lowest original numbers. So if there are 5 consecutive even numbers, so let's start talking about it. Just a second. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are 5 consecutive even numbers. If you have 5 consecutive even numbers, the average would be the middle number. So let us say the middle number is A. So I can say the average of all these numbers would be A. In case of consecutive even numbers or consecutive odd numbers or consecutive natural numbers, in all these cases, you can say the average is given by the middle number itself. So it will be, let's say, equal to A. He says every number is now multiplied by 2. When you multiply all of them by 2, the average will become 2A, because it's the property of averages, right? That if every number is multiplied by a certain number, the average also gets multiplied by the same number. And then he says 1 is added in this number, 2 is added in this number, 3 is added in this number, 4 in this number, 5 in this number. That means a total of 15 has been added into the sum. तो सम में अगर आप 15 ऐड करेंगे, and there are 5 numbers, the average will increase by 15 by 5. Total is increased by 15. So average of 5 numbers will increase by 15 by 5, that is 3. तो वो 3 से बढ़ के it will become 2A plus 3. जो average A थी, सभी numbers को double करते ही it will become 2A. And then when 15 is added in the total, the average would increase by 3, that is 2A plus 3. And question says that this new average is 150% more than the previous average. 150% मोर का क्या मतलब है? दैट मीन्स 2.5 टाइम्स, दैट इज 250%. 150% more, that is 250%. So 250% का मतलब है 2.5 times. So 2.5 times of the original average is equal to this new average. So from here I can say 0.5a is equal to 3 or a is equal to 6. And if a is equal to 6, what are the numbers? The numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Question is asking you find the sum of the highest and lowest original numbers. Lowest is 2, highest is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So 12 is the right answer for this very first question. The correct answer for this question is 10 plus 2, that is equal to 12. I hope you all have understood the solution. Simple question. There should not be a problem. I'll move ahead now to the second question. The answer for the first one is 12. Let's move to the second question now. Here is this. Please try it once. एक बार आप लोग ट्राई कीजिए, फिर मिलके करते हैं सेकंड क्वेश्चन को भी. So it says Jack borrowed a sum of money from her cousin at the rate of 10% per annum simple interest for first 5 years, 12% per annum for the next 7 years, and 15% per annum for a period beyond 12 years. If he pays a total interest of rupees 24130 at the end of 20 years, how much money did he borrow? Now, if he has got this interest in 20 years, in the first 5 years, he must have got an interest of 10%. In the next 7 years, he got an interest of 12%. It is given over here. 12% is the next 7 years. In first 5 years, it was 10%. So now, out of 20 years, 5 and 7 are gone, 12 years are gone. So in the last 8 years, he must have got an interest of 15%. It is given over here. 15% for the period beyond 12. So for the last 8 years, it is 15%. And because it is simple interest, the principal always remains the same. So I can straight away calculate the total percentage overall, क्योंकि वो एक ही नंबर पे calculate होती है. So it is 50% plus 84% plus 120%. That makes it a total of how much? 120 plus 50, 170 plus 84, 254%. So he's going to have an interest of 254%. 254%, and he got an interest of 24130. So basically, whatever the principal is, 254% of that is equal to 24130. I have to get the principal from here. मैं इसमें कभी पूरा सॉल्व नहीं करता, एक आसान सा तरीका जो मुझे समझ आता है, that if P was 10,000, so 10,000 का 254% 25400 होता, तो इसका मतलब P की वैल्यू 10,000 से तो कम है. So this option is not my answer, this is not my answer, this is not my answer. बचे दो ऑप्शन, उसमें से 9,000 ज्यादा आसान है. If it was 9,000, तो 9 into 254 करते पीछे 3 तो आ ही नहीं सकता था. 9 into 4 will give me 6. वो भी पॉसिबल नहीं है. So even that is gone. So that means my answer would be 9,500 for sure, which gives me the correct answer from here. I hope it is clear. सिंपल क्वेश्चन है, यहां तक तो सीधी सीधी बातें हो जाती हैं. 5 years में 10, 7 years में 12, 8 years में 15, that makes a total of 254%. We want that 254% to be 24130. I equated them. From there, I got P as 9,000. So that is the answer for question number 2, that is 9,500. I hope it is clear. I'll move to the third question now. Here is question number 3. Please read it once. I'm sure you all have tried it. So let's start doing it. Nick marked his scooter 50% above the cost price and sold it to Samuel after two successive discounts of 10 and 20%. In this transaction, Nick made a profit of rupees 5 and 2. Find the profit earned by Samuel if he sold the scooter to Daniel at a profit of 25%. So Nick marked his scooter 50% above the cost price. So I'm assuming the cost price is 200. That means the marked price will be equal to 300. And then he sold to Samuel after two discounts of 10 and 20%. Now two discounts are to be given of 10 and 20%. So what will be the selling price? So 300 minus 10% will be 270. And 270 minus 20% will be equal to how much? 54 will be subtracted 216. So that means Nick has sold it to Samuel at a profit of 16. An article of 200 rupees he has sold for 16. But Nick has made a profit of 5 and 2. That means according to the question, 16 parts are equal to 512 rupees. जो मैं यहां 16 निकाल रहा हूं वो क्वेश्चन के हिसाब से 5 and 2 के बराबर है. Find the profit earned by Samuel if he sold the scooter to Daniel at profit of 25%. Now this guy sold it to some at a profit of 25%. What is 25% of it? That is 54. So what is the profit that he would have earned? That's what the question is asking. ये इसने कितना profit कमाया है? Profit earned by Samuel. He earned a profit of 54. If 16 is equal to 512, then 54 is equal to how much? That's what we have to calculate. It is 512 by 16 into 54. So 16 3s are 2s are. It is 32 into 54. 32 into 54 में पीछे 8 आएगा. So option A is the right answer. There is only one option which has an 8 at the end. So that's question number 3, which has the answer of 1728. Pretty simple question. I do not think once again there would be any problem in this question. So I'll move ahead to question number 4. This was the answer for question number 3. चौथे पे आ जाते हैं. So read it once and then we shall start talking about this as well. Question number 4. Let's start doing it. Nancy takes 15 hours more than Ellie to complete a task. Nancy worked for 18 hours, then Ellie replaced her and worked for 6 hours. Thus, only 3/5 of the task got completed. In how many hours will the task be completed, considering that Ellie continued to complete the task? Basically, the remaining 2/5 of the work, if Ellie alone is working, how many more days she is going to take along with these 24 hours that she has taken? So let us assume there are two people, Nancy and Ellie. Let's say Nancy is making A units, Ellie is making 1 unit. किसी एक को तो मैं नंबर अज्यूम कर सकता हूँ, दोनों को नहीं. ठीक है, मैं ये अज्यूम नहीं कर सकता Ellie is making 1 unit and Nancy is making 2. I can't assume the ratio of these two. So I'm assuming this as A, this is as 1. Nancy takes 15 hours more than Ellie to complete a task. So if Ellie is taking T hours to complete the task, Nancy is taking T plus 15 hours to complete the task. So what is the task? So from here I can say the task is equal to A into T plus 15, and the task is also equal to 1 into T. The task is equal to A into T plus 15, or we can also say it is equal to T. Now what happens? Nancy worked for 18 hours. So in those 18 hours, Nancy will make 18 A units. Then Ellie replaced her and Ellie worked for 6 hours. In 6 hours, Ellie must have made 6 units. And this is equal to 3/5 of the task. Now what is task? Task is either this or this. T भी लिख सकते हो, A into T plus 15 भी लिख सकते हो. I would I mean suggest t क्योंकि थोड़ा ज्यादा आसान होगा. So I'm saying this is equal to 3 by 5 times of t. 3 से काट देते हैं. This is 3 2s are 6. This is 3 6s are 18. 5 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. So 30a plus 10 is equal to t. 30a plus 10 is equal to t, or a is equal to t minus 10 by 3. 30. A is equal to t minus 10 divided by 30. Why am I doing this? Because ultimately I need t only. कि LE जो पूरा काम कितने दिन में पूरा करती है, तो बाकी 2/5 कितने दिन में करेगी वो पता लग जाएगा. And that's what I'm looking for. Now I got a as t minus 10 by 30. यहां पुट कर देता हूं a की जगह पे. So t minus 10 into t plus 15 divided by 30 is equal to t. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं. It is t square plus 5t minus 150 is equal to 30t, or t square minus 25t minus 150 is equal to 0. It's a simple quadratic which can be solved by splitting the middle term. 25 minus 25 दोनों का सम है, प्रोडक्ट minus 50 है, तो ऑफ कोर्स minus 30 और 5 आएंगे. दैट मीन्स द वैल्यू ऑफ t कैन बी plus 30 और minus 5. नेगेटिव तो वैल्यू ले नहीं सकते, सो t is equal to 30. That means LE can complete the work in 30 hours. क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछ रहा है 18 आवर्स तो ऑलरेडी ले लिए नैन्सी ने, 6 आवर्स ले लिए एली ने, 24 आवर्स तो ऑलरेडी लग चुके हैं. हाउ मच टाइम मोर एली इज गोइंग टू टेक टू कंप्लीट द रिमेनिंग टास्क विच इज 2/5 ऑफ द टास्क. पूरा काम अगर वो 30 आवर्स में कर रही है तो 2/5 कितने आवर्स में करेगी? 12 आवर्स में. सो शी विल टेक 12 मोर आवर्स एंड द टोटल टाइम टेकन टू कंप्लीट द वर्क वुड बी 36 आवर्स. And D option would be the right answer. I would say this question was a little difficult, and it would have become more difficult अगर मैं यहाँ A की जगह पे B ले लेता. हालांकि ऐसा नहीं उससे आंसर नहीं आता. जनरली हम लोग यही करते हैं, we assume these two numbers as some variables, but यहाँ पे we have taken A and 1, and because of that it become a little easy. Otherwise it would have become a very difficult question for all of us. So the correct answer for this question number 4 is equal to 36. I am sure you all have understood this as well. I'll move ahead from here to the next question, question number 5. Let's have a look at this. Probably the easiest till now. The selling price of a watch is 1.5 times the cost price. So let us say the cost price is 100, selling price is 150. Find the marked price if the cost price of the watch is rupees 500 and the discount given is 25%. वो कह रहे हैं marked price जो है आपका, ठीक है, find the marked price, ये हमें पता लगाना है. If the discount given is 25%, so on this marked price there is a 25% discount, और discount देके 150 बना है, तो marked price आपका 200 रहा होगा, right? So if the cost price is 100, the marked price is 200. Question says cost price is 500. So if this is 5 times, this should also be 5 times, and hence the marked price should be 1000. C option is the simple answer for this question. Very basic question. मेरे ख्याल से बहुत ही simple सा question है ये, है ना? So Vanshita has given the answer for this question. Very simple question. I expected more answers though, but this is the right answer for this question number 5. I'll move ahead now to question number 6 is here on your screen. Here we have question number 6 now. Let's start doing it. Two brothers, Naveen and Kiran, go to the gym daily by running for 45 minutes and 30 minutes from their home respectively. If Naveen leaves 10 minutes early on a particular day, how much time does Kiran take to meet Naveen? So, they are going from their home to the gym. So, let us say, because Naveen is covering this distance in 45 minutes and Kiran is doing it in 30 minutes, I am taking the LCM of 45 and 30. Let's say 90 kilometers. So Naveen is covering 90 kilometers in 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So can I say speed of Naveen is 2 kilometers per minute? And Kiran is doing this 90 kilometers in 30 minutes. So Kiran is doing 3 kilometers every minute. Now question says one day Naveen leaves 10 minutes early. So in those 10 minutes, Naveen would have already covered 20 kilometers. In those 10 minutes, Naveen would have covered 20 kilometers. And then he says how much time Kiran will take to meet Naveen on that day. Now Kiran starts at a speed of 3. Naveen is running at a speed of 2. Kiran is coming at a speed of 3. The relative speed of them is 3 minus 2, 1. At a speed of 1, they have to cover this 20 kilometers, which will take a total of 20 minutes. So we can say Kiran will meet Naveen in exactly 20 minutes, which is the right answer for the question. Pretty simple question once again, है ना? मतलब टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस वगैरह में अगर आप देखो तो बहुत कॉमन टाइप का क्वेश्चन है. व्हेन यू डू टाइम स्पीड एंड डिस्टेंस यू डू दीज क्वेश्चंस वेरी कॉमनली. सो दैट्स द आंसर फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, which is 20 minutes. That brings us to the next question, 7 to 9, which is a DI set. As you all know that XAT has the section named QA plus DI. So DI is also a part of that section only. Unlike CAT, they do not have LRDI separately from Quant. तो QA DI एक ही सेक्शन का नाम होता है जिसके अंदर ये सारी चीजें आने वाली हैं. सो दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन बेस्ड अपॉन दैट. प्लीज रीड इट फर्स्ट, आफ्टर दैट आई विल मूव अहेड. पहले एक बार पढ़ लीजिए क्या कहना चाह रहा है वो यहाँ पे. The enrollment of students in thousands at each of the 5 universities, namely MPU, JSU, LTU, PKU and TRU, during each of the 8 years from 14 to 21 is represented in the following chart. Right? Their registrations in thousands. The names of these universities are not shown in the chart. Instead, they are labeled Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4 and Unit 5. Rather, ये UNIV होगा मेरे ख्याल से. UNIV 1, UNIV 2, University 1, University 2. वो कह रहे हैं हमें ये पता लगाना है 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 में से which one is MPU, which one is JSU, which one is LTU and so on and so forth. That's what we have to figure out. चलिए. Here is a chart given to us. University 1 has this graph, which is over here, and these are values in thousands. University 2 has this graph, University 3 has this graph, University 4 has this graph, and University 5 has this graph. तो किसी में डिक्रीज होता जा रहा है एनरोलमेंट्स में, किसी में इंक्रीज होता जा रहा है एनरोलमेंट्स में, किसी में कभी कभी बीच में स्टडी भी रहता है. This all data is given to us according to it. Okay. Now there is some information as well. After that, there are 4 informations given to us. There are 4 pieces of information which are given over here. So what I have done, I have written them all on one single page over here. सबको एक ही पेज पे लिख लिया है, so that you can see both the things together. Now let's start doing it. The magnitude of TRU and MPU's net change in enrollment between 14 and 21 are the closest among any 2 universities. Now, what do we need to do? We have to find out the magnitude of change, net change in enrollment from 14 to 21. If I look at this graph, for this university, the change is 0.5 to 0.4. There is a change of 0.1. University 3 का जो change है, that is 0.1. For this university, it is 1.8 to 6.2. The change is 4.4. So this university 2 has a change of 4.4. For this third university, 3.2 to 3.9. 3.2 to 3.9, there is a change of 0.7. So here, the change is 0.7. For this university, from 4 to 4.2, the change is 0.2. So this is 0.2. And lastly, from 6.5 to 3.2. 6.5 to 3.2, the change is 3.3. Question says that there are 2 universities, TRU and MPU. Their net change is the closest among any 2 universities. Which 2 numbers you see are the closest? I see these 2 are closest. 0.1 and 0.2 are the closest two numbers. So from that perspective, I can say that TRU and MPU, these are universities 3 और 4 in any order. हमें ये नहीं पता कौन सी 3 कौन सी 4, लेकिन उनमें से एक यूनिवर्सिटी 3 होगी और एक यूनिवर्सिटी 4 होगी. Next, LTU had the same enrollment in consecutive years at least twice. So which all places are there where you see same enrollment at least twice? चलिए वो भी चेक करते हैं कहां कहां पर at least twice same enrollment आता है. It is there in this case. एक तो ये दिख रहा है आप लोगों को और एक ये दिख रहा है, right? So for this university, that is university 3, we have same change. This university does not have same change ever. This university has it here 3.2 to 3.2, then 3.7 to 3.7. This university also never have the same in any 2 years, और ये में भी same नहीं है. इसका मतलब the university which is having same enrollment in 2 consecutive years, and that is at least twice, is LTU. That must be this one or this one. That is university 3 or university 1. But university 3 तो वो हो ही नहीं सकते, because university 3 तो या तो TRU है या MPU है. So how can this be university 3 then? So by that logic, we can surely say that LTU is definitely university 1. LTU is definitely university 1 that we have surely got now. What next? Look at the next information. The increase in JSU's enrollment from 15 to 19 is about 50% of TRU's total enrollment in 2020. Now, when I talk about JSU, first of all, which university is JSU? It cannot be university 1, it cannot be 3, it cannot be 4, it's either 2 or 5, right? It's either 2 or 5. So, increase in JSU's enrollment from 15 to 19. अगर यूनिवर्सिटी 2 JSU है, यूनिवर्सिटी 2, तो कितना इंक्रीज है? 2.6 से अप टू 5.1. 2.6 to 5.1, there is an increase of 2.5. और अगर वो यूनिवर्सिटी 5 है तो कितना चेंज है? 6.4 से, और ये है 4.8. 6.4 से 4.8 is 1.6. So if this is the university, तो 1.6 का चेंज है, सॉरी 2.5 का, और वो यूनिवर्सिटी तो 1.6 का. वो कहता है इट इज 50% ऑफ TRU's एनरोलमेंट इन 2020, और TRU तो इनमें से एक है, ठीक है. तो 3 और 4 का देखिए जरा, 2020 में एनरोलमेंट कितना है? 3 का तो है 0.7. अब 0.7 का तो 50%, ना तो 1.6 आ रहा ना 2.5 आ रहा. और अगर वो है यूनिवर्सिटी 4, वो है 5 का 50% एग्जैक्ट 2.5 आता है, जो यहां से यहां आने पे आ रहा है. आई रिपीट, मैं ये कह रहा हूं, इफ दिस यूनिवर्सिटी इज दिस यूनिवर्सिटी जो 2.6 से 5 तक जा रही है, 2.6 से 5 में मैं चेंज जो देख रहा हूं, दिस इज एग्जैक्टली 2.5. 2.6 से 5.1 तक 2.5, और ये 2.5 एग्जैक्टली हाफ किसका है? 5 का, विच इज पॉसिबल इन दिस केस इफ इन 2020 दैट वाज TRU. सो इससे बहुत कुछ मिल गया मुझे. क्या मिल गया? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इससे ये पता लग गया दैट JSU is actually university this one. Which one is this? University 2. Also I got to know कि वो TRU है, because it is 50% of TRU's enrollment. तो वो TRU है, और वो कौन सी है? That is University 4. तो इसका मतलब University 4 is TRU. If University 4 is TRU, that means University 3 is MPU. MPU University 3 हो गई है. तो जो एक बच गई हमारे पास University 5, that must be PKU, and that's it. Our job is done. That means we do not have to use this statement Z at all. पहली ही 3 स्टेटमेंट से हमारे आंसर आ जा रहे हैं. We do not need the 4th statement. ये आगे जाके एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन में पूछ भी रहा है that which statement is not needed. तो ये मुझे पता लग गया कि ये स्टेटमेंट अब मुझे जरूरत ही नहीं है. Okay? So I know about all the universities now. So let's look at the questions first. Which of the 5 universities can University 4 possibly be? So these are the solutions. University 4 is definitely TRU. Only TRU, that is option D, is the right answer for this question. Second, which university's enrollment was around twice that of LTU in 2014? LTU is University 1 in 2014. So University 1 in 2014 is 3.2. Which university is approximately double of that? This university 3.2 का double तो ये है, और ये university है University 5. University 5 is PKU. So only PKU is there whose enrollment in 2014 is double that of this TRU. So therefore my answer is only PKU. And lastly, which among the pieces of information is not needed? If removed, will not prevent us from finding it out. So as I told you, last one was not needed at all. So my answer is option C, that is equal to Z. And that was the last question from this DI set as well. These were the 9 questions I wanted to discuss. I'm sure that you all have understood whatever I wanted to tell you. Now, finally, if you are looking for CAT 2024 preparation as well, so we are here with the most comprehensive exam preparation for you. Is it most comprehensive or not? You have a chance to go through a 3 days free trial access currently. Go to the BYJU'S exam prep app, put up your mobile number there, start the free trial. For 3 days, you can check the complete pedagogy, all our videos, material and everything, what all we provide you. And after that, you can decide to join us for this program. Also, our test series is currently active for the other management entrance tests as well. So if you are appearing for CMET, Maharashtra, CT, etc., this all would be provided in the test series. So you can go for that as well. And I told you about the XAT exam on the D-Day, that is on 7th of January. You will find me with Gautam sir and Vikrant sir talking about the XAT paper completely. Not only will be doing some section-wise analysis, I have said, we will be discussing some memory-based questions as well. That will be very important for you because you'll get to know कि आप कहाँ stand कर रहे हैं, कितना score आ रहा है तकरीबन. The expected cutoffs as well, along with the good number of attempts. So we'll be talking about the first impression as soon as possible and then the detailed analysis on that day itself. So join us on the XAT day itself. If you have any further questions, you can talk to our counselors by clicking on this button. Once again on the app, download the app, you'll find it there. And after that, you can talk to them. These are the brilliant results that we have provided from last year. And let me tell you, we have surpassed them by a big number this year. Very soon, we'll be coming up with the results of this year as well. Today only, I was talking to Gautam sir, and he told me that this year, IIM Lucknow's cutoffs have just recently been announced, right? You all know that. So in the very first hour, we got approximately 27 students who are got a call from IIM Lucknow. In the very first hour. अभी तो लोग बताएंगे धीरे धीरे करके. Students are not that active बताने में. But yes, we have got very good results this year. So soon we'll be giving it to you as well. You can also find us on all these media handles. And that's all from my side, guys. Thank you very much. I'm sure the session was useful. So soon we'll meet again in some other session. And all the very best for the XAT exam as well. Thank you, guys.